5, month 2, and this week was quite something. My body had a really hard time with the protocol this week. I am in a flare. I had convulsive syncope twice this week. So I am going to tell you about this week. Quite a week. First, let's start with what I did for the protocol this week. I think it kind of jumped to a lot harder this week. On Monday, I did the rower, and just so everyone knows, for me, base pace, my heart rate is from 138 to 157, and recovery is below 138. So for Monday, I did the rower, and I did 10 minutes warm up, 6 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 6 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 6 minutes base pace, and a 10-minute cool down. And then Tuesday, I did strength training for 22 minutes. Wednesday, I did swimming with a kickboard, and I did 10-minute warm-up, 7 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 7 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 7 minutes base pace, and a 10-minute cool down. Got even harder than Monday. And then Thursday, my body got really tired, so I took the day off. Friday, I did strength training for 26 minutes, and I did the exercises a little harder because my PT and I decided that the exercises I had been doing were a little easier than they should be, so I did the harder version. And then today, Saturday, I did the recumbent bike, and I did 10-minute warm-up, 8 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 8 minutes base pace, 2 minutes recovery, 8 minutes base pace, and a 10-minute cool down. So that's what I did this week, and it was a lot. Emotionally this week, it was kind of a lot for me. It was a lot because physically it was a lot, and I think that stressed me out, and I think I was just worried because it was a lot on my body, and when I get physically not feeling well, I get worried. And I didn't want to have to repeat the week because next week is easier than this week, so I didn't want to have to do a harder week again. I wanted to do an easier week, so I think I was just worried this week. Yeah, worried. I was also really proud once I did finish, though. I was happy and relieved, very relieved when I did finish. And also emotionally exhausted because I had to put a lot of effort in mentally to get myself to do some of the workouts this week, so mentally exhausted. Overall, I'm glad I got through. Physically, this week was just very, very hard on my body. I had convulsive syncope on Monday, and for those of you who don't know what convulsive syncope is, it's kind of like regular syncope when you faint and go unconscious, but you have like convulsions, and it kind of looks like a seizure for me, but it's not a seizure. It has to do with when my blood pressure swings and has a big change quickly, and That happened Monday, and it's very uncomfortable, and physically I've just been so tired this week. The protocol's made me so tired, and I haven't had as much of an appetite, and I've just been exhausted. And I've definitely been in a flare, so physically this week the protocol has put me in a flare. It's been so brutally hard on my body this week. And I'm so glad that next week is easier, because I just need it to be. So this week was brutal on my body. Even though this week was really, really hard, I'm still glad I did it and got through, because it's still working to my goal to get stronger and healthier. And I'm proud of myself for pushing through. And I think overall it will be the best thing for me, and I will get through it, and I know I'll get past this flare. I'm planning on resting the rest of today and tomorrow, and doing my extra electrolytes and having my feet put up. So even though this week was hard, I am glad I did it, and I'm proud of myself. See you next week.